Hey guys, I'm Red, and this is LEGO Star Wars set number 75359, released in 2023 for $20 with 108 pieces and 4 beautiful minifigures. This is the 332nd Clone Trooper Battle Pack, and it's definitely a battle pack, so let's just get right into it. Here is the front of the box, and of course it is just really small because this was just a little $20 set, but we do get, a picture of the set and our 4 minifigures included there with information about the set on the left. And our scale minifigure is Clone Captain Vaughn. On the left side here, you can see another side picture of the set with the 20 years of the Clone Wars logo there, which is pretty cool to see. And lastly, the back just shows the set in action with a couple of clone troopers flying around and just a couple of play features that we'll look at later. Minifigure number 1 is Clone Captain Vaughn, and there's really not much going on here. He does have the super basic 332nd helmet, but just with this orange visor over the top there, which is pretty cool. I like getting the orange. It's a different color. That's pretty cool. He does have kind of the same torso like all the other clones, but you can see his badges up on his chest there. Legs, super basic. Arms are just plain white arms. He does come with the regular Star Wars blaster, which we see all the time. He does have a little bit of back printing to maybe show off like a jetpack or something. And then, of course, underneath, you can see the, I guess now it's the classic Clone Trooper head. It wasn't back in the day, but I always like this one. This is always good to get. Up next are 2 clone jet troopers, and these aren't officially called the jet troopers in the official packaging, but they were jetpacks, so that's what I'm going to call them. They do have the same helmet as Captain Vaughn, but just without that orange visor. Torso is almost the same, just without the badging, but I do like the detailing. I think it's pretty cool for the clone armor. Same legs, plain white arms, and there you go. This one does have the blue jetpack and the super basic Star Wars blaster, but when we rip off the helmet, you can see the face is the same because they're clones. And last but not least is this super basic 332nd clone. This one doesn't have a jetpack, but he does have a sniper, so I'll give him bonus points for that. That's pretty cool. Of course, the helmet, torso, and legs are exactly the same from the last figure, but the back printing is a little different. You can see it there. He does have the, I don't know what those are, maybe like a just different armor and just things around the waist, and the helmet is exactly the same. Overall, the minifigures for this battle pack are actually really nice. I am kind of a fan of the modern clones. I don't really care that they have helmet holes because I like them. So yeah, they make them look better. But anyway, the minifigures are actually very close to perfection, obviously except for Captain Vaughn's little difference there. I wish if they just give him the visor and then that's it, instead of keeping all of them the same. Because, battle packs are supposed to build an army, but, I guess I'm not really too upset because it's just a one figure, so, Starting off with our side builds here, you do get this little, like, turret thing here, which is on this modified 4x4 with the bar sticking out of it, which is always pretty cool to get, and it's just a basic stud shooter. Then you can swivel it around, nothing too much going on there, and you can, of course, fire it, and it might not get lost. It doesn't work super well as a turret because the clone can't, like, hold onto it or anything. But, I mean, it still works. I guess you can kind of push it down. And finally, here is the set itself. And, yeah, this set is actually pretty cool. It's just a battle pack, so there's not, like, a huge amount of stuff. But I really like it. It's a little different than, like, a ATRT or, like, a speeder. But this one looks pretty cool. On the front here, you can see there are 2 more stud shooters with the blue 1x1 in there. Let's see what else we got here. On the underneath, there's not the anti-studs that we usually get, so it is just flat on the ground. Yeah, it doesn't sound as smooth anymore. But moving up the middle here, you can see there is a 1x1 bar element there, which just kind of poses as this middle support here, which then connects back up to this piece, and just to give it a nice little angle for the speeder. Over here on the left and right side, there is these kind of, I guess, armor pieces maybe, which is connected by a Technic piece there, and they just have these like massive, I don't know, quarter tiles, but they're not quarter tiles, but I'm gonna say they are, as the support for the clone so they get shot, obviously, which works pretty well. I do like how well the clones fit in there. They're not like, too relaxed, and they're not sticking out too much because of this like big quarter tile here, so I think it works out pretty well. Yeah, I like it. Now, unfortunately, our 2 jet troopers cannot fit in the seats wearing their jetpacks, but one of them can be on the turret, and most likely you do have this superhero posing piece, so you can very easily fit the other one on display and right next to the speeder. So, looks pretty cool. So there you go. That's really all I have to say about this Lego Star Wars set. Obviously, it is just a battle pack, so there's not much like play features or anything. But you can see right on the box there, 6+. So I'm not expecting perfection in minifigures. I'm not, a super cool detailed build or anything. So yeah, overall pretty cool. $20. Maybe the price is a little high. I'd like 15 better. But anyway, they got to pay for the license, so I think that's okay. 4 good minifigures. Overall, definitely a pretty good battle pack. I wish they'd make more like this. But most importantly, what do you guys think about this Lego set? Why don't you leave a comment down below and let me know. And while you're down there, hit like, subscribe. It's easy, it's free. And I don't know what our next video is going to be yet, but it'll be something just as cool as this.